Hello everyone, we're joined here in King Tut's Wawa Hut with Spyres. How are you guys?
Good. Thank you so much.
Just about to headline. It's April 3rd, 2025. Do you want to introduce yourself and what you do in the band?
Hi, I'm Emily. I sing and play guitar. I'm Kira and I sing and play the guitar also.
I am Jude and I'm the bass player.
And unfortunately the drummer couldn't join us tonight. He's at the pub.
Too busy drinking other
met his granddad at the pub.
You've got to respect the grind. So I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions. Just want to hear what you guys have to say. So what would you say the best part about touring is? Because obviously you're on your spring tour just now, you've just played Copenhagen, Paris, tonight you've got your headline in your hometown. Yep. So what would you say your favourite part about touring is?
I would say this has become more of a thing now that we've got older and we have more responsibilities, but just being able to spend time together, sometimes it's such a struggle to even get a practice in or to meet up. So to actually get to spend time together on the road and doing things like going to Paris and going to Eiffel Tower on a mad random Tuesday or something. Do you know what I mean?
I know, I think going to new places is I feel very lucky that we've got to venture out of the UK and go to Copenhagen and Paris. They're pure bucket list moments for us. So
You've got people that are coming out there to see you.
Exactly, people we don't even know singing the words.
I think that's the best thing as well, is seeing actually who likes you. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool.
I know we were no one's gonna come to our show in Paris, and it was packed out, and I was on a Wednesday night.
That's great. It's like a fan base. You've got the Spyres community.
Yeah.
That's a good
international.
Yeah. And then what cities have you got left on this tour?
We've got Manchester is after Glasgow. We're doing London, Southampton, Bristol, Birmingham. Is that everything? I think that's us, yeah.
Great. So it's a pretty big tour.
Yeah, it's a big tour. 8 dates, I think.
Busy time for you.
Yeah.
I like the poster. Let's see the crossword.
Oh,
that was
thank
cool.
you.
That was cool.
I still struggle to read it.
I was looking at the dates and I'm like, right, 5 across.
It was like Glasgow. There you go. Spyres show at King Tut's was supported by Fletcher and Honeybuzz, who the crowd both loved. This is Spyres playing a song off their EP Dear Diary, I Don't Care. So talk to us about your singles and your EPs that's on streaming services.
Yeah. Well, we just put out our new single.
Our new single, Fun.
Great song.
Thank you.
I guess that's kind of I would say, I would class it as a comeback. We kind of took a wee bit of a break because we went to America and everything last year. So after that, we just had kind of uni commitments and stuff like that. So this is I would classify comeback single, and it's just a lot of fun.
I think within our discography, you can definitely see us as pure little kids till now. So it's nice to kind of see the growth from all of our songs and our EPs and things like that as well. So yeah, we're buzzing for new things to come out.
Here is their newest single, Fun, which just came out just before their tour, and I can't lie, this is an absolute tune. What's your favourite crowd you've ever played to in a gig?
It's got to be Glasgow.
It's always Glasgow, but I think when we supported Declan Noel at the Barrowlands, because it was so packed out Barrowlands, and it was when we played Hated You First, the crowd was jumping.
Yeah, that was crazy actually.
And it was just so nice because it was such a hometown gig as well. I think that's probably my favourite.
When we done the EP launch at the Priory.
What EP was that?
Dear Diary. It was the first one.
Right. No. Yeah, we done a EP launch at the Priory, which is obviously just a tiny wee venue, but it was like absolutely packed.
It was like before we done I Don't Care, like they were singing the whole song.
Yeah, they sang the full song. They sang like the full verse and the chorus of the first song of I Don't Care before we started playing it, and I was like, we don't need to play it.
Yeah, it's surreal.
It's been done.
It's moments like that you're like, this is like so worth it.
And because we brought I Don't Care out during COVID as well, like we weren't able to get like a live reception of it for ages. So then like when we played it, the first time we played it, I think was up and like upstairs in here, and like everybody was going crazy, and I was like, I didn't realise that this song was like
Had an effect.
Sing along with it.
So people are obviously enjoying to get back out from COVID and see you guys and get to hear it. So that is really cool.
Yeah.
And Declan Welsh, we met him at Tenement Trail. We did a wee interview with him. He was dead nice. He's good.
Soundless guy.
Really
Yeah,
good guy.
they're good. So what's your plans for the future? So 2025 is early yet. Anything else upcoming? Or can we not? Is that on the low?
Well, we've got a couple. Hopefully, we can get a couple more singles out. Maybe an EP. We were doing a couple of festivals.
Just playing as much as we can again, kind of
Yeah.
thing, because we were really
I know.
quiet last year.
Right.
I mean, but
Just after America, like that was like our big thing of last year. So after that, we just kind of were like on the low for a bit.
we went through like a bit of a change,
Yeah.
like through like team and stuff, and we were just like, do you know what?
This is our year.
Take your own personal time, and then just kind of 2025, go for it, start in the era, and hit the road running. Kind of thing.
exciting.
We've got a lot of big festivals coming up this year. Like that we can't say quite yet, but very exciting.
Sometime soon it'll be announced then.
Hopefully be
yeah.
soon. Yeah.
So next question for you, Spyres. What is the best gig you've ever played? So we talked briefly about the crowd. You said the Priory.
Yeah.
You said Glasgow hometown gigs are good. What's the best gig you've ever played though?
I think the first one that we played in here after COVID,
That was
because it was
fun.
that was like everybody was so up for it.
Yeah.
And you literally
It felt like such like community.
Yeah, it was like you-
everyone was just back together. Hadn't
Yeah.
seen everyone in like so long.
it's like you walked onto that stage and you were just like, this is all that matters right now is just everybody in this room, and
And
it's
then
mental.
There was a COVID.
So
there was
sweaty.
a COVID outbreak at our gig. Everyone got
there was.
COVID. My mum got COVID. Like I think like 20 people that we know got COVID, and I was like, whoops.
So worth it. So worth it.
Really enjoyed St Luke's headliner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
St
that's
Luke's
another thing.
headliner, because that's like our biggest headline today, and then it was like sold out.
That
And
was
it
like
was just-
such a moment for
Yeah.
us.
I think like we were saying, like there's venues that we've played in like we'd played in the QMU before, and I was like, this technically is a bigger gig than St Luke's, but St Luke's feels so much more special
Got it.
or something.
Yeah.
But
It's a good
yeah,
venue.
yeah, it's such a nice venue, and like I was like, can you put the disco ball on for us? So we had the disco ball going for us.
That's good.
So yeah,
Good one. So would you say that is your favourite venue from Glasgow? Or
Battlelands.
or Battlelands, yeah,
Okay,
100%
fair enough.
actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like everyone probably
yeah,
says that.
Literally, but it's for a reason. It's for a
Yeah,
good
exactly.
reason.
We were like fortunate enough to have like played it a couple of times, which is like so cool, and then just like the sound and everything in it. The guys that work there are just like so amazing and like on the ball.
I think just like the history behind it as well is like so many iconic people, and
Yeah.
like the fact that we've got to play there, like
Same stage as all these
exactly.
cool
Yeah,
gigs.
Yeah.
It's like here as well though. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah,
you walk
that's
on the
true.
stage, you're like the guy upstairs saying Radiohead's were a support act 3 times. You're like,
Before the headline.
what's going
That's
on?
mad.
That's mental.
That is crazy. I didn't know that.
That's mental.
Same as like Paolo Martini, I think he done a couple of support slots in here.
Slot to be a local
support
band.
band.
Literally
Yeah.
mental.
That is crazy. Look how big they are now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That could be you guys.
Hopefully
Will be. Will be. Will be.
Fingers
Will be.
crossed, that's
Will be.
okay.
Positive thinking will be.
No, definitely. Who's in a tour like that? Come on. So, who excites you from the Glasgow scene in terms of bands and artists? Who would you say excites you?
Ooh. I would personally say Gallagher are doing
Okay.
a lot of good things
Yeah.
right now. Like when we like have the same agent as them now, and like when we were like looking at them before, I was like, how they play in Copenhagen, how they play in Paris and everywhere, and we were not playing. But
Look at us now.
Gallagher, we got your agent too. No, but yeah, like that was like something that we were like desperate to do. We were like, we want to play the gigs, and then they are just like smashing it now. Like they every
So
single
hilarious.
time, and they are
They're
hilarious.
just such a
Every
funny
single
band.
time I see them on Instagram, it's like we're going here, we're going there, we're going there, and I'm like, jeez,
Yeah.
I'm tired now after 2. And they're like, we're going everywhere.
I think if also it wasn't for like a lot of the Glasgow bands, we probably wouldn't be here anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nice to listen and reminisce of the old bands that come and gone.
I know, like we were listening to like Rascalton last night, and we were like, oh, what would they like be like if they were still kicking right now? Do you know what I mean? But they were like an amazing band. I think like when we first started the band, the full Glasgow scene was like super punk and like super like present and everything, and
So it was like a tight community as well.
yeah, it was
Like
really,
everybody helped everybody, and everybody was playing every second weekend as well.
yeah,
It was
it was like I think COVID changed a lot for Glasgow,
Yeah.
but yeah, I would say like holiday bands like Pleasureheads, Rascalton, Baby Strange, like everyone who does.
That's interesting, actually.
Aye.
It's good to hear that.
Yeah.
There's a sense of community in Glasgow.
Yeah.
for bands. And you said at Gallus. Are you familiar with Count the Days?
What's
Oh, yeah.
Do you know them?
Yeah.
Because we div.
we did.
He's come to a couple of your shows. Imagine he makes a wee
We
appearance
div.
tonight.
He loves it.
Oh.
He absolutely loves it.
Weedev loves a cover of Decepticon from time to time.
Quality.
Sorry, we div's just a legend, man. What a guy he is. He's just mental. Right, so moving on from that. I've got my Nothing But Thieves t-shirt on here. And obviously you guys have played alongside Nothing But Thieves. So tell us a bit about that. I just need to hear a bit of that first hand.
That was like fever dream
was
kind of material.
Yeah.
I think that was like one of like at that time, or maybe still to this day, like one of the biggest venues gigs that we've ever played. And to be lucky enough to like get the chance to play with them
It was like a Brits charity gig as
Yep.
well. Like it was like so crazy, and we literally were taking time out of school.
yeah. This was
Really?
like first time on the road, like
Really?
freshly like 16 years old with like 2 songs out.
I think we took time out of school to go and do it. I'd like to go on tour.
What an opportunity though. Why would you
I
not do
know.
that?
And they were
Absolutely.
really nice as well.
You met them?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
great.
they were brand
And
new.
they're nice guys.
Yeah.
That's a relief.
Yeah,
You always like to support a band that's actually nice people.
yeah, they were super nice. And they
Yeah.
were just chatting away.
That is so cool. That's what an experience. I don't even know what to say about that.
Yeah.
They're great.
I mean,
so,
like, their show was fucking dynamite.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
singer,
Really,
the
I
singer
know.
is so
It was
amazing.
hilarious that Alex was absolutely gone that gig.
yeah.
Just
He was just like
Far too many beers.
so drunk, and I was like,
so
oh,
good.
no, but that was after the set though.
I know,
like they
like,
played
yeah.
the set,
Yeah.
and then
And got too excited. Brilliant.
this is my favourite Spyres song, The Thing. So you briefly mentioned festivals earlier. You've played Why Not before.
Yeah.
How was that?
Oh,
yeah,
that's amazing.
I actually really love Why Not as a festival.
Yeah.
Like,
we played it twice now.
yeah, last time we were there, you was camped.
Oh yeah.
They camped. I
was
slept
like,
in a
were you
car.
there? You were in the car.
I slept in the car.
You slept in the car.
Yeah, put a mattress up in the car and slept in the car.
Yeah, I had my own wee personal tent
Right.
situation,
Right.
but like
Had a big phone, man. Yes, it's
we were lucky enough that like the day that we played, the lineup was really good.
Yeah.
There was like this pure infamous like Amy Winehouse like tribute.
Yeah.
But no, it was her band.
Yeah, it was
Right.
Amy Winehouse's band, but
like,
they
a
have a
different
different singer.
Uh-huh.
So we were like,
And
oh,
the
we got
tent
to
was
stay.
so
Yeah, it was
packed,
packing.
amazing.
Yeah.
And we had like Declan McKenna.
Okay.
Who else played?
Who else did play?
Velour were on the same
They're good.
Nivella,
Right,
she's our new
right.
fave.
Jamie T as well.
Jamie T.
Who else?
Who headlined it?
Blue were playing as
Dylan.
well.
No, Gallagher?
Yeah, no Gallagher. Dylan John Thomas played it.
Yeah.
There was like loads of good people on, so we were like, oh, we've just got to
Well,
stay.
the plan was to like stay
did
for
not
the
work.
night and like leave the next morning. We never left till like 10 o'clock at night
And
the
it
next
was
night.
I was
And driving
driving, and it was the
home.
worst experience of my life.
And
It was
like we had to
awful.
like pull over like 5 times so
And
that
it
like
was a
Piero wouldn't
pure
fall asleep.
horrible
driving.
storm. It was terrifying, man. I'm
Yeah.
surprised we made it.
I know, I was like, this is it.
Did you meet anyone cool though? So you obviously saw them.
Yeah, like we.
The vaccines were playing as
Oh,
well.
yeah, the vaccines
and we
did
were
play.
like close enough to be,
I know,
to be
it's like
excited.
we're
Oh my god, there's
backstage
vaccines.
and you like see all these people, you're like,
I know you're like,
I'm like, do they know me?
Looking through the lineup and they're going
free
Spyres.
hoodies. They were like dishing out free hoodies, so I was like, I'll take one of them.
Nice.
Everyone was pure like,
It was almost a
Exactly.
war. It was brilliant.
That was cool. Right, final question for you guys. Wee silly one. Did you ever have a fake ID? Obviously the single fake ID.
Absolutely.
I know. Like, I kind of feel like
we're getting
bad.
ourselves now, but we're old enough.
Yeah,
it's fine.
we like when we were like younger, when we were like 15.
What are you about to say?
I know, I'm
We
like-
went to the like, we used to go to the Priory all the time, and then it got to the point like, cause we were playing gigs, Emily would be like that. Oh no, I've not got an ID though. I've not got an ID, and I was like, come on, Emily, like we're going to get let in. They know who we are and whatever. But I did have a fake ID. I used to use this girl's ID, and I ended up just buying it off her. So like I got her to kid on that she'd lost it so that she could buy a new one, and so I bought it off her basically. And like I still had it to this day, and Emily has only just turned 21 like at the end of last year. So when we went to America, she wasn't
still
21 yet, and I was like, do you know what? I've still got that girl's fake ID. You can use that.
Can I also say this girl's ID was like
She's like 27.
26. Yeah.
27.
And theirs were obviously their own.
22. 21.
How I got away with that, I think
they
no
were
idea.
I know, but like.
I don't think they knew what they were looking for. Like Americans were looking, and I think they're just like, yeah, that's me.
Who
But
cares?
I messaged her and I was
Plastic card,
like,
that'll do.
I was like, just to let you know, your ID is still getting used in 2024.
It's getting
like,
passed about in America.
Brilliant.
No, I do. I still have it. I mean, I don't use it.
I know, I want it back because it kind of like, it's kind of like
It's
holds a lot of
reminiscent.
memories for me now.
Get it framed.
It's like a nostalgic feeling looking at it.
And it's got a 99 or like whatever percent pass rate, because the only time it ever didn't work was I was like walking in somewhere and someone was walking out, they were like, hi Kira, and the woman's like, let's see your ID,
Kira.
and I was like, fuck's
Yeah, that's it, over.
Yeah.
Disaster.
So, how old were you when Fake ID came out? Do you remember?
16 maybe.
16.
17?
16 maybe.
17?
It's mental.
Yeah.
16 and making songs like
We released a song and totally grassed ourselves in at the same time.
Yeah.
You're not even of age yet. Like, my big ID.
And yeah, do you know what's actually dead funny as well? See, when we first started like playing gigs, like bigger gigs with like Rascalton and like Baby Strange and stuff like that, cause they knew what age we were, they never used to give us beer.
They're hiding from you.
Beer, Iron Brew.
Iron Brew, cans of Coke. And it was like,
It's such a funny photo, and it's literally just rows and rows of beer, and then it's
Yeah.
like Spyres.
Spyres, cans of Coke.
So like, you're a wee band parent. No drink. That's funny. Well, I'm really looking forward to the set tonight, and thank you so much for having us.
No, thank you.
No, I really appreciate it. I'm excited, so we'll see you on stage.
Yeah, let's do
See
it.
you there.
Well, shout out to Spyres for their time in that fantastic interview. Here is See Through You by Spyres.
I'm trying.
Once again, thank you to Spyres for their interview and congratulations to them on a fantastic spring tour. And thank you for watching.